And in Thailand, vote counting is underway in the general election where opposition parties are tipped for big gains. Polls are now closed and results are expected in the coming hours. Ahead of the vote, opinion polls showed the Puh Thai and Move Forward parties far ahead of the military-backed ruling party of Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-Ocha. The former army leader first came to power in a 2014 coup. DW's Asia-Pacific Bureau Chief Georg Mattes is in Bangkok for the elections. Just after the polls closed, he gave me the latest on who's favoured to win today's vote.
Samnung is what I hear a lot, 31, and that is the number of the Move Forward party, one of the more radical, I would say, opposition parties here that do intend to change the Thai constitution and the position of the monarchy here. They got a lot of support, at least at this polling station. Pheu Thai in second place, and Prayuth, the current Prime Minister and Conservative leader, former general, here at the moment in fifth place. And that is also something that is reflected what local media report from other polling stations. So it looks like opposition parties are running ahead in this race.
Now, this has been seen as a pivotal election. What exactly is at stake here?
Exactly. So if you listen to Pheu Thai, one of the main opposition parties here in Thailand, they said this is a historic day, a day when Thailand moves away from military rule to democratic rule. A lot of people here have told me that this is also a referendum on the performance of the current Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-Ocha and his performance of 9 years of rule. He came into power by a military coup nine years ago. If you listen to the other side, of course, conservative voters, particularly elder, richer voters, they are concerned about the stability in the country. They are concerned about core values like religious values and the position of the monarchy in Thailand.
Well, you said it earlier that the opposition is looking set for big gains. Incumbent Prime Minister is lagging behind. But the opposition might still be struggling to form a government. Why is that?
This is where Thai politics gets a bit tricky. Essentially, the pro-military government at the moment has one key advantage. They are very likely to have the support of 250 senators to pick the prime minister. So it's not just the lower house of the 500 seats that are up for grabs now in this vote, but it's 250 military-appointed senators that will elect the prime minister. So any opposition party really needs to win by a landslide and get at least 376 votes of the 500 lower house seats. And that is where we get to the next tricky point, and that is making a coalition government. So expect a lot of horse trading going on come Monday.
Well, horse trading is one thing, but we've already talked about the military coup that brought the incumbent Prime Minister into power in the first place, and that's not for the first time. Thailand's been known for a troubled history of military coups. Are there any worries that the army might again interfere with the democratic process of a transition?
I accompanied a lot of opposition candidates in this race throughout the past month, and when I put that question to them, nobody really wanted to rule it out. Everybody told me people are tired of military coups, but never rule it out in Thailand. On the other hand, one has to say it's very unlikely to happen just after an election like this one, where expectations are so high. A lot of parties have promised cash and handouts to the population. A lot of them have promised radical reforms in a country that has a sluggish economy, that has an aging population, that has, after the COVID pandemic, a lot of issues to be addressed. And then also, don't forget that it looks like there's a record turnout here. So a military coup in the immediate aftermath would really take mass riots in the streets, a disputed result, something like that. Nothing that it looks like is on the cards at the moment.